Welcome, 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 welcome back. Today we're going to be making my favorite recipe of all time. It's my smoked chili recipe. And instead of using ground beef, we're going to use a full chuck roast and we're going to smoke it outside. This whole entire recipe is going to be predominantly outside where we get to watch football, drink some beer, and be outside. It's a perfect fall weather, winter weather, spring weather. Right now we're in the middle of December, 70 degrees outside, so we're cooking this. It all starts inside though with the chili. We're gonna make a fresh chili powder. And if you've never done it, I encourage you to do so. And it all starts with the chili ancho. And what a chili ancho is just a poblano pepper that's been dried, okay? And you wanna make sure that you find ones that has some flexibility to it. You don't want any dry ones, any ones that snap real easy. So you wanna find ones that are nice and flexible. That's where all the flavor is gonna be. And look, it's real simple. All we're gonna do is we're gonna punch this open, this poblano, okay? We're gonna remove the seeds from there, and we're gonna remove the stem, okay? We're gonna add it to a pan, and then we're gonna toast these chili anchos for about 4 to 6 minutes. If you wanna use gloves, you can. I'd recommend washing your hands after with any chili because it can be spicy. The biggest thing you want to worry about, we're just toasting. We don't want to bring the skillet up to smoking. At any point if your chili start to smoke, take them off the fire immediately, and then we're going to let them cool, and then we're going to put them in the blender. Once when we have them in a blender, we'll go from there. But I am going to finish breaking these apart. So I broke up all of the chili anchos. I toasted them on the stove. Very careful not to bring them up to a smoke point for about 4 to 6 minutes. Now, while they're cooling, I want to just tell you a little backstory on this recipe, why I love it so much. I spent a lot of time watching videos of cooking, either online, on the Food Network, anything like that, reading cookbooks, but my all-time favorite is America's Test Kitchen. If you had never used them or looked them up, or watch any of their content, give it a go. It's one of my favorite of all times. But this is their chili recipe, and all it is how they make their chili powder. And Malcolm Reed with How to Barbecue Right does the smoked barbecue. So I like to marry these two together and that's how I have fun with cooking. So just wanted to give credit where it's due. Okay, these are pretty cool now, so we're gonna add this to the food processor. And what we're using is about an ounce of tortilla chips. That'll work perfect. So it's gonna be two folds using tortilla chips. One, it's gonna give something for the food processor to bite at, and it's gonna thicken up our chili later, believe it or not. So I'm just gonna crush these, put these in here with it. Next, we're gonna go with 2 tablespoons of ground cumin. I have 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder right in here. I have a teaspoon of paprika. I have 2 tablespoons of oregano, and I have 2 tablespoons of thyme. That's going in, okay? If you want to add anything else, you can. And then one more thing that we're going to add to this, that we always add, is ground black pepper. About a tablespoon or 2 if you can manage it. And then we're going to process this until it's pretty fine. Our goal is to make sure we don't see any large chunks of ancho flakes, okay? So I'm going to blend this, and we'll come back to you guys. All right, we've been going for about 2-3 minutes. All we're looking for is just small little chunks of chili anchos that are left. You can barely see them, little tight pieces. Well, if you haven't made fresh chili powder before, I encourage you to do it. You know, what I love about marrying recipes and doing these types of things is you don't have to use this application for just a smoked chili for all time. Look, if you're making regular chili on a stove, make some fresh chili powder. If you're doing Taco Tuesday night, make you some fresh chili powder. So what we're gonna do from here is pretty simple. We're gonna take this chuck roast now, and we're gonna use this fresh chili powder that we just made on here, okay? Now, you can oil it, you can do whatever you want for a binder. Alrighty folks, that's it. I'll catch you outside. All right, guys, we just poured the charcoal in. We're going to get the grill up to 275, 300. We're going to let it bottom out, level out. Once when it gets on there, we're going to put the chuck roast on there. We're going to smoke it. We're going to bring it up to 180 degrees, about 3 to 4 hours, getting smoke on it. We're going to smoke with some cherry wood today. Remember, we don't want it to get to 202, 204, so that'll be done. We're going to cook this for 3 to 4 hours in the chili tomorrow. So all we're doing is getting bark, flavor, and smoke on the chuck roast today, cube it up tonight. Tomorrow we'll throw it all together in a cast iron pot. Right now I'm going to light the fire with a Grill Blazer grill gun, one of my favorite things. My wife absolutely hates this thing, but it's alright, I love it. It's a flamethrower. Now, don't drop your microphone in here and light it on fire. Because I did that. And my wife is mad at me. Be that way. Alright, got a nice fire going in the center. We're going to let this grill come to temperature. We're going to let it get to 275, 300. What we are going to do is we're going to install our heat deflector plates. Because when we're smoking, we want to do indirect heat. Alright, my dome is heat soaked. I can tell because I can barely put my hand on it for about 3 to 4 seconds. I am a little bit past 300, but it'll go down. I have my bottom lid shut to about a finger, and this daisy will open halfway. Alright, I am using high heat gloves because I don't like burning myself. We are getting stable between 200 275. I did actually forget one important piece. Chunk of cherry. So we're just going to sneak back in there. I'm going to add it to the grill. Bang. High heat gloves. That's the beauty of it. Alright. Now I'm just going to add my chunk. And it's going to smoke 3 to 4 hours. We're going to temp it. And that's it, guys. We're going to let that get up to temperature. We're going to let it get some nice bark on it. We're going to let it get some nice cherry smoke flavor on it. And again, we only want to get it up to 180 degrees. Okay, so we have our onions, our bell pepper. We're just getting it. We want to just put it over that flame. Our grill is just heating up. Again, we just want to get this a nice char, okay? That's all we're doing. And we're just trying to blister it, right? While our grill's coming up to temp, because when our grill reaches temperature, we're going to set it up in indirect heat. It did come down 20 degrees outside, so this is going to be perfect chili recipe. Just the right temperature to sit outside, maybe have a little fire, watch some football on this wonderful Sunday. So we're going to let this char over. So all we want to do is just blister them just like that, and we're going to peel it. Alright, so we got this blistered. All we want to do is take our knives and just peel back that skin. That's all we're doing. Same with this. We're just going to, you can use your hands if you like. We're just going to get that blistering off. So let's put this together. So I have a cast iron pot. I'm going to put some butter in here. I have a grill set of 275, 300. I have a cast iron pot in here. This is 5 quart. I have my onions, red bell pepper, and poblano pepper that I charred and chopped. That's going to go right in the pot. So we got our fat, we got our butter in there. Grill's going on. We got a heat deflector plates. What we want to add next is our fresh chili powder that we spent a lot of time working on. So we're going to put that in there and just toss it in there. If you want more, you can always add more. But I'm just coating the bottom. From there, I'm going to take a nice tomato paste and put that in there. I'm going to give a healthy squeeze. I mean, this is a chili after all. You want about 2 tablespoons. I'm going to give that a good stir. Mix all of that around. Nice crushed diced tomatoes. I like San Marzano tomatoes. I couldn't find any, so I used Hunt's. That's what we have in our area. So I'm just going to stir all that around. Alright, now for a liquid, we're going to use some beef broth, a cup of beef broth. Just going to get that nice in there. And when everything starts to heat up, you want to stir this a good bit. I have 3 chili and adobe sauce. That's going to give a lot of kick. You can use the whole thing if you want. I like 3. You could chop them up if you want. I'm going to leave them whole. just in case I want to take them out later. That'll give a nice, good flavor. Just going to add back in my cube chuck roast. Right now, we're just going to let all of this heat up and get pretty. So we do have one more ingredient. We want to add in a local breakfast sausage. This is just from a supermarket. Throw, just Jimmy Dean's, really. But okay, now all of this is in here. All right, we're stable at 275, 300. All we want to do is really let this reduce, get happy, live in the grill, get smoky flavor and reduce, and you're going to have a wonderful chili. I will keep the lid off on this cook the entire time. I want it to reduce, so we're going to keep the lid off. We're going to let it simmer for a couple hours. I'm going to come back to it and stir it every once in a while. I want to make sure we keep on our grill between 275, 300. I'm going to taste for seasoning. If I feel like I want to add more seasoning, different seasonings, that'll be the time to do it. But right now, I'm going to let it get happy, do its thing, and come back and check on it in a little while. Okay, so we're still stable at 300. I did taste it a little while ago. It has reduced. So I tasted it, and I decided it needed a little bit of salt, pepper, garlic, oregano, thyme, and cumin. So I added all that in there, and I also added in some sugar. So again, taste, add the seasonings you like, get a taste in how you like. Once when that happens, we're just going to continue letting it reduce. Been on here for about an hour and a half, maybe 2. Haven't really been keeping time, but 2 hours. I'm really just looking for the consistency of the broth reducing. It's almost there. I think this has about 25 to 30 more minutes. We're going to pull it off, let it cool down, and we're going to plate. But the smell is amazing, and it's going to be perfect for this cool Sunday afternoon. And it's really just get in there. The smell is incredible. Everything's getting all incorporated. And there's something about cooking on a grill like this. I don't know. It feels pretty primal. I love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. Alrighty, we took it off the grill. It looks great. We got it to the consistency of a reduced chili, honestly. Looks great. With every spoonful, we can see chunks of chuck roast and that Jimmy Dean sausage and all of our flavorful spices that we added in. Looks wonderful. Really, only one thing left to do. Let's plate it up. Look, we're going to add some cheese to it. You like cilantro or lime, you can add that to it. And a little dollop or sour cream. And that's it. All right, we're going to add a little dab of hot sauce. I like Louisiana, but add whatever you like. Give that a good mix. That's perfect. All right, well, there's the smoked chili. Thank you all for joining me. I hope you all enjoy this video. Watch the full video on YouTube. Happy holidays from my family to yours, and I'll see you next year.